Well, hello! Welcome to Top Hats and Cadillacs. My name's Jordan, the Ragtime Rebel. It's a pleasure to meet you. Come on in and we'll have a proper sit down. Grab a cold one and get ready for some good old-fashioned shenanigans. So, take a seat and let's begin. So, I figured I'd introduce myself to you. So, I am a songwriter, a pianist, singer, ukulele player, and saxophone player. I've been doing it since I was around 8 to 10 years old, and I very much enjoy jazz and ragtime, some classical. Honestly, some really good pieces have been coming together, and a lot of good pieces were made. When it comes to history, I'm into everything from 1800 to 1865 to World War I to 1925. One of the things that made me really interested in history was the fashion. You know, if we look at someone, I forgot his last name, but his name started with Bo. And in 1810, he started making what was a bit more well known as the tailcoat. And as time grew, we started to develop the lounge suit, which is more known to us now. That's what we wear in formal attire. And if you guys want to know more about fashion, I recommend the Gentleman's Gazette. There's a lot of great pointers there on dress to impress in these kinds of situations, talking about how men dressed back then. They even go into certain decades, like the 60s, when suits were a little bit more slim, and in the 30s, where two-piece suits became a little bit more commonplace. I may be into the 1800s and 1920s, but I'm also interested in World War II. I just lost a friend who was very much into history like myself. And it's interesting to see how it's interesting to see that we seem like we can't really have a war put off for 100 years. Like, we can't go 100 years without having a war. But I'm hoping things are going to be a bit more peaceful nowadays. I have also gotten really into the Library of Congress. I'd love to read some of the books that Abraham Lincoln was reading, when he was a self-taught lawyer. By the way, guys, this is going to be kind of a short intro, and it's also interesting to see the evolution of tobacco. I mean, people have been smoking pipes for years, since the 1700s, and, we went from smoking pipes to cigars, cigarettes, and now vapes. I actually have a vape myself. And if you guys want me to do a video on a certain topic or an episode on a certain topic, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do it for you. So when it comes to suits, I often like three-piece suits, and in the 1880s, waistcoats seemed to be a bit more colorful back then. And then in the 1920s, suits kind of matched the same texture and color. So, like, pinstripe suits were a bit more common, or rope striped, or checked. Of course, I don't know everything, but this is what I do know. And it's interesting to see how ties back then were thick, in the 1800s. They had a thick knot, whether in the 1910s it was a bit smaller. There are many things I would love to do. I'd love to make detachable collars. That's another thing I recommend, is go watch Antique Menswear. He knows a lot better. He knows a bit more about fashion than I do. Granted, I am visually impaired. My right eye is completely blind, and the other can only see about 5 to 7 feet away with bulky figures. But if I need to read something or see something like in detail, I have to have it up to my face. I've been thinking about getting a monocle myself. But thank you everybody for listening to this little intro. I'll make sure to check in next week. If there's something you'd like me to talk about, please let me know and we'll do it. Thank you so much. Take care.